Love the Ravens as much as we do? Then smash that subscribe button and stay locked in with Flock News for all the drama, updates, and excitement all season long. The rumor mill in Baltimore has been spinning faster than ever as whispers about Derrick Henry's shocking statements are spreading like wildfire. Sources close to the team claim that Henry, one of the most dominant running backs in the league, has made it abundantly clear that he can no longer tolerate sharing the field with Cooper Rush. The tension reportedly escalated behind closed doors during practices, where Henry's frustration with the offensive schemes and quarterback play has reached a boiling point. Insiders hint that teammates are divided, with some backing Henry's frustration while others are urging caution, warning that public statements like these could fracture the locker room. Fans have taken to social media to dissect every comment, every Instagram post, and every interaction, creating a narrative of a Ravens team on the verge of implosion. Analysts are already speculating that if this situation continues, it might force the front office into making tough decisions, potentially reshaping the team in ways no one saw coming. The ripple effects of a superstar player openly expressing dissatisfaction with a teammate can't be overstated, as it shakes the foundation of any organization striving for consistency and championship contention. Rumors are now swirling about internal meetings, emergency strategy sessions, and the possibility of significant changes before the season even gains momentum. The story doesn't stop there, as fans and media alike are dissecting Henry's every move on social media and at team events. The whispers suggest that this is more than just a clash of personalities. It's a fundamental disagreement about the team's direction, the offensive play calling, and the quarterback situation. Henry, known for his work ethic and intense competitiveness, reportedly believes that Cooper Rush's style of play undermines the team's ability to maximize offensive output. Conversations in the locker room are said to have grown increasingly tense, with teammates allegedly walking on eggshells around both Henry and Rush. The speculation around this dynamic has given birth to endless theories. Some insiders think the organization might consider trading Henry if the standoff continues, while others suggest that the Ravens could pursue a new quarterback option entirely to appease their star running back. Social media commentators have amplified every hint, from cryptic tweets to interviews where Henry subtly hinted at his dissatisfaction, building a sense of inevitability around a potential shakeup. The rumor has become so pervasive that it feels like the city itself is holding its breath, waiting to see how management will respond to a superstar publicly questioning the roster. Amidst this chaos, other teams are reportedly observing the situation closely, knowing that a blockbuster trade or internal conflict in Baltimore could open doors for strategic acquisitions elsewhere. The notion that Derrick Henry might actively resist playing alongside Cooper Rush has ignited a feverish debate among fans, analysts, and insiders alike. Some argue that this is classic Henry, a player of immense talent who demands excellence from everyone around him, while others claim that the timing of his comments could destabilize the entire locker room. The chatter around the Ravens facility suggests that coaches are scrambling to find a way to manage the situation without publicly escalating the conflict. Sources hint at emergency meetings where team leadership is exploring multiple scenarios, including altering offensive strategies, adjusting playing time, or even restructuring contracts to maintain team cohesion. Sports networks are already speculating about the implications for the upcoming season, and every report about Henry's interactions with management or Rush is analyzed to the nth degree. Rumors suggest that Henry's frustration has roots not only in on-field performance, but also in communication breakdowns, preparation routines, and perceived lack of accountability. The narrative has captured the imagination of the fan base, fueling heated debates on forums, podcasts, and social media platforms as each side weighs in with opinions, predictions, and strategies for how the Ravens might resolve this standoff. As speculation intensifies, whispers of possible trades, quarterback adjustments, or even coaching interventions continue to dominate the conversation, leaving no stone unturned in the frenzy surrounding Henry's explosive comments. Insiders hint that the internal struggle has broader implications beyond just the two players involved. Some suggest that if Henry's demands aren't addressed, it could trigger a chain reaction affecting draft strategies, free agency priorities, and team morale. Executives are reportedly weighing every possible outcome, including the potential long-term impact on the organization's reputation and player retention. The media frenzy surrounding the situation has intensified, with analysts presenting detailed breakdowns of Henry's production, Rush's performance metrics, and team efficiency stats, all in an attempt to determine which side might be right in this escalating conflict. Fans have created elaborate social media threads, comparing potential trade scenarios, speculating about replacement quarterbacks, and imagining a variety of outcomes that could dramatically reshape the Ravens roster, according to whispers within the league. Rival teams are closely monitoring the situation, knowing that a publicized internal rift of this magnitude could present opportunities for strategic acquisitions. Whether through trades or other maneuvers, amidst all the chaos, the narrative continues to grow, fueled by every leak, every cryptic remark, and every rumor of internal unrest, painting a picture of a franchise at a critical crossroads with one of its marquee players openly questioning the roster composition. The tension has reached a fever pitch, leaving fans and insiders alike on edge as the Ravens' next moves could define the trajectory of the team for years to come. Some sources claim that Henry's comments might reflect a deeper dissatisfaction with the organization's decision-making, coaching philosophy, and approach to managing player dynamics. Teammates have reportedly expressed mixed feelings, with some empathizing with Henry's perspective, while others worry that public statements of this nature could erode trust and unity. The atmosphere inside the facility is said to be electric with tension, with every practice, meeting, and press interaction scrutinized for clues about how the standoff might evolve. Analysts have pointed out that a superstar player refusing to play alongside a specific teammate is rare but not unprecedented, and the ripple effects are often unpredictable. Speculation abounds about whether the front office will intervene directly, whether coaches will adjust strategies, or if mediators might be brought in to address the conflict before it affects the season. Reports suggest that Henry's influence within the locker room is substantial, meaning that his dissatisfaction could sway opinions, alliances, and even future personnel decisions. Meanwhile, fans are engaging in nonstop debate, dissecting every development, predicting potential trades, and imagining what the team could look like if management fails to resolve the situation quickly. The tension is palpable, the speculation relentless, and the sense of impending change hangs over the Ravens like a storm cloud ready to break at any moment. The ripple effect of Henry's declaration has reached beyond just the locker room and coaching staff. Media outlets and sports commentators are speculating about the potential long-term consequences, from contract negotiations to free agency priorities and the overall team culture. Rivals reportedly see this as an opportunity to exploit internal weaknesses, watching closely for signs that the situation could spiral further out of control. Rumors are also circulating that Henry has held private conversations with league executives and influential figures, signaling that he might not shy away from forcing a trade or demanding structural changes if the circumstances remain unsatisfactory. Fans continue to amplify every whisper, with online communities generating theories about everything from play calling adjustments to complete roster overhauls. The media frenzy has created a feedback loop where speculation breeds more speculation, making it increasingly difficult to separate fact from conjecture. With every cryptic statement, every social media post, and every insider hint, the perception grows that the Ravens are at a pivotal moment, balancing precariously between maintaining cohesion and risking a full-scale internal conflict. The atmosphere surrounding the team is tense, electric, and charged with uncertainty, as everyone waits to see how this star-studded but volatile situation will unfold, potentially redefining the future of the franchise in ways few anticipated. The conversation surrounding Derrick Henry's dissatisfaction has spread far beyond the Ravens' facilities, dominating sports media coverage and fan discussions alike. Every whisper about Henry and Cooper Rush is analyzed to the finest detail, and the speculation has created an almost cinematic narrative of locker room unrest. Insiders suggest that management is walking a tightrope, trying to balance the demands of a superstar running back with the cohesion of the overall roster. Rumors indicate that emergency strategy sessions have been held behind closed doors, with coaches exploring every possible adjustment to offensive schemes in hopes of placating Henry without causing further tension. Meanwhile, fan forums, podcasts, and sports news channels are exploding with theories, predictions, and insider leaks, making it feel as though the entire city of Baltimore is collectively holding its breath. Some reports suggest that Henry's frustrations are not limited to Rush's on-field performance, but extend to communication breakdowns, preparation routines, and differing philosophies about how the team should operate under pressure. Analysts have begun comparing Henry's influence to that of other high-profile athletes who have successfully pressured management, using historical examples to predict potential outcomes. The narrative now feels larger than football itself, highlighting issues of power, leadership, and organizational accountability within a franchise that has prided itself on consistency and competitiveness. The speculation is intense, and the question on everyone's mind is whether the Ravens can navigate this turbulent moment without fundamentally altering their identity. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens, and hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. Sources close to the team suggest that the internal struggle between Henry and Rush has become a defining storyline, overshadowing other roster developments and preseason narratives. Coaches reportedly are attempting to mediate, balancing the need to keep Henry productive and engaged while also maintaining team morale. Rumors indicate that Henry has privately voiced his dissatisfaction directly to upper management, making it clear that any prolonged exposure to Rush on the field is untenable in his view. Fans and analysts are dissecting every practice, every huddle, and every press conference for subtle signs of tension, feeding an ongoing frenzy of speculation and rumor. Some suggest that this standoff could influence trade strategies, prompting the Ravens to explore alternative quarterback options to satisfy their star running back. Others believe that management might double down on loyalty to Rush, leading to an inevitable showdown that could involve dramatic personnel moves. The ripple effect of a superstar openly rejecting a teammate is immense, touching everything from team chemistry to media coverage to fan sentiment. As the narrative unfolds, insiders hint at possible behind-the-scenes negotiations that could define the trajectory of the franchise for years, creating a suspenseful and unpredictable backdrop for what promises to be a season unlike any other. Whispers from sources inside the league indicate that rival teams are watching the Henry Rush saga with keen interest. Opportunities could arise for those willing to act strategically, whether through trades, free agent acquisitions, or other maneuvers that capitalize on the unrest within Baltimore. Some speculate that Henry's declaration might inspire other players to speak out about perceived shortcomings in the organization, potentially triggering a broader culture shift. Social media platforms are saturated with theories, from predicted trade packages to imagined roster overhauls, each more elaborate than the last. The intensity of the speculation has transformed what might have been a localized locker room conflict into a league-wide conversation. Analysts break down game tape, performance metrics, and historical patterns to provide context, while fans create intricate narratives around potential outcomes. Every cryptic social media post by Henry or Rush is dissected for hidden meaning, feeding a frenzy that shows no sign of abating. The storyline has become a spectacle of intrigue, strategy, and human drama, highlighting the immense influence a single superstar can wield over the fortunes of a team. As insiders leak further details, the anticipation builds, leaving fans and rivals alike guessing what the next move will be and how the situation might ultimately reshape the Ravens' landscape. Industry insiders report that the potential fallout of Henry's dissatisfaction could extend into contractual and financial realms. Negotiations may be influenced by his willingness or unwillingness to play alongside Rush, potentially affecting incentives, bonuses, and long-term team strategy. The complexity of the scenario is magnified by Henry's stature within the league, where his production, marketability, and influence grant him an unusual degree of leverage. Coaches are said to be weighing every possible outcome, including altered offensive schemes, modified snap counts, and potential trades. Sources suggest that internal debates are intense, with staff balancing the risk of public scrutiny against the need to maintain a competitive edge. Meanwhile, fans dissect every rumor, constructing detailed scenarios about how management might respond, who could be traded, and which strategies might be implemented to mollify Henry while keeping team unity intact. The situation has become a microcosm of organizational dynamics, power struggles, and the influence of superstar talent, all playing out in public view. Analysts warn that missteps could have lasting consequences for team morale and public perception, while successful navigation of the issue could elevate management's reputation for deftly handling high-stakes personnel matters. The intrigue continues to build, ensuring that every update will be met with intense scrutiny and speculation. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.